Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Today I want to talk about wanting more. Okay, this week I want to share with you a video I saw about 3 or 4 years ago. It's just this short interview with Janis Joplin. I saw it on YouTube, but it had like a really profound effect on me at the time. I'm not really a Janis Joplin fan. I didn't really know very much about her, but I saw this thing. It was like an interview from 1970 before I was even born, asking her about like the women's liberation movement and all this kind of stuff. And I'll put a link to it down in the description below. But you know, the reason why it really had an effect on me was something she said in the middle. It wasn't really what the whole interview was about, but something she mentions. And because, like I said, one of the reasons I wanted to be an app developer was to have, you know, freedom and independence and all that kind of stuff. But I was also coming from an area where I had a lot. I mean, I had a really nice job, you know, really nice contracts, you know, very well paid and all that kind of stuff. But I always wanted just something a little bit more. And so in this interview, the guy's interview, he's talking about the women's lib movement and all this kind of stuff, and how, you know, what do you say to women who say, you know, who are you to want, you know, all this kind of stuff. And she says something very interesting. She goes, you know, well, I grew up with my repressions too, and you get what you settle for and all that kind of stuff. But then she said, you know, you can't make them want to fight these battles. She said, you know, if they don't have it within them to need more, to actually need more, then that's that, all right? And the more I started thinking about that, the more I started thinking about maybe it was okay to want more. Maybe it's okay to actually decide that you need more. I mean, everybody wants you to be happy. You know, this is one of the things I kind of realized over the years, was that, you know, and when I'm working, I might be working a job that I'm unhappy with, or living in a place that I'm unhappy with, or whatever. There may be something about my life that I'm unhappy with, but it's never like other people want me to be unhappy. They want me to be happy. They want me to be happy. You know, when I was working at McDonald's when I was 16 years old, you know, the manager of McDonald's wanted me to be happy doing that. When I was in the Army, you know, the sergeants and the NCOs, and especially the recruitment officer, they wanted me to be happy being a soldier. But there's that little voice inside you that says, no, I kind of want more than this. And it's almost like you feel like you're being selfish. And this is, you know, one of the things that I have a hard time getting over, especially, you know, back then, was, you know, it's because you feel like I have so much, but I just want a little bit more. And it was hearing this thing on Janis Joplin, you know, women's liberation, all this kind of stuff, and you think, well, this is something, you know, I'm obviously I'm a white American man, so, you know, I don't have a lot of, you know, uphill to go, you know, but there's still that bit where I think, you know, I want more than I have. I don't want to work in an office all day, and I don't want to just, you know, do what everybody else does. But there's that bit of you that feels selfish because you realize everything that you have. And one of the things about, you know, studying history, I mean, we talk about history being all about wars and stuff like that, but I remember when I came to the UK, there was somebody who I met, he found out I had a history degree, and he said, oh, yeah, I got this really interesting book about agriculture in the 1700s. You'd find it really interesting because you're in history. And I thought, agriculture in the 1700s? That sounds incredibly boring. You know, history should be about wars and that kind of stuff. And it's not wars. It's about revolution. You know, history is exciting because you're reading about people who've had enough, who decide to do extraordinary things, whether it's to defend their country or to stage a revolution and that kind of stuff. And you know, and when I was studying history, it was always the revolutions that I found to be the most interesting. It was the American Revolution, you know, the Cuban Revolution. It was the big moments of great uprisings of people. Yeah, African American history, you know, women's liberation movement. We have so many protests at the moment now, whether you agree with them or not. But it's people who are rising up and saying, you know, I want more. And you know, and there's this, you know, and there's people all around them saying, why can't you just be happy with what you have? And this Janis Joplin thing, which I watched a few years ago, was, you know, if they don't have it within them to want more, then, you know, I can't help them. And that made me feel better about wanting more. You know, maybe that's the natural state of human affairs. Maybe that little voice inside you that says, there's more to life than this, is one that you should listen to and stop apologizing for. So So that's it for today. I just wanted I just want to share with you that video. I think it's really good. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.